Oh man, such a beautiful weekend here in Arizona. Coming out to the Arizona studio. Wanted to show you a couple of things I'm working on out here. First of all though, before we go into the studio, I wanted to show you a couple of pieces of my personal collection. This is a piece I bought from Arlie Regier from the Loveland Sculpture Show. This is a gentleman that fashions pieces out of stainless steel. High polished stainless steel. This is I believe an Egyptian piece. Of course, naturally a vessel here that he created. Can you imagine each one of these pieces, casting it out of stainless and polishing it that? I just love this piece. And then of course this is a piece from a Utah sculptor that sculpted pieces up there in front of various buildings. But anyway, coming in here, wanted to show you a couple of cool pieces that I'm working on right now. And it's just so fun to come into this fun studio now that we've got everything set up, and just to be able to zone in on some different things here in the studio. Of course, one of my great inspirations is the Wright brothers, and have this hanging up in here. Of course, some jumping spring shoes. An article here by somebody that said, hey, the Wright flyer's never ever gonna fly, man. So of course, statue of responsibility, big dream. And it feels so good to have the piece in here of my saguaro cactus. I've had my eye on this thing for about 8 years, and now here it is in my studio. It's 14 feet tall, and it represents nature. You can never ever do something greater than Mother Nature. We copy nature, we try to replicate her, but to be able to have nature in here in my studio to remind me of her majesty and her creation abilities. So anyway, what I'm working on right now, other than a whole bunch of different things, and the studio is kind of awry right now. I've got several different projects that I'm working on. Here's a commission that's going to go in front of a stadium at Ohio State. Fashioning it after a piece I did of Brigham Young for a commission that I didn't get, that went in front of inside the state capitol. A good friend of mine got it, but here's what I'm working on. Life-size Joan of Arc. I just recently cut off her sword. I'm going to fashion the sword separately, and then here she is. It's about 7 feet tall, the piece itself. Joan of Arc, she's about 5'8". In any sculpture that you cast, they always shrink just a little bit, maybe 2 or 3%. And then also when they're outside and they're in the environment in natural settings, they appear smaller, because usually they're with a darker patina, and so they appear smaller. And so it's like this piece here that I did. It's in front of the United Methodist Church in Tennessee, and you know, it's about 15 feet tall, but you get it out there and it looks about 6 feet tall. And that's why a lot of times on the life-size benches, I'll go ahead and sculpt them just a little bit over life-size, like I did with Amelia Earhart here. And yeah, she was kind of a wingnut, because she dared do things that a lot of people did not dare do. And then of course Mother Teresa here. I want to get this piece cast. I've recently cast the life-size version of this one here. Sculpted it in my studio down here, and we're just getting the first piece cast, and it is going to Ohio State Newark campus. Here's of course a piece, the Delbert the Dragon. That was a fun piece to do. That's about 7 feet tall, piece in front of New Skin. So it's just kind of fun to go over different things and think of different projects that I've done and to be able to share them with you. This is a piece for our place here called the Dancing Buffalo Desert Oasis Resort. I want to cast that and put it out in front of Lisa's Tipi. That's going to be fun. This is a piece that I did with Eugene Daub. This is a relief I did of him, my instructor, and that was really fun to do in his class. I totally believe, little relief I did of my mom. I totally believe in taking classes from other sculptors to enhance and build upon our skills. This is a drawing I did back at the University of Utah a few years ago. I loved new pastel. And then of course some old paintings. So anyway, just kind of roaming through the studio here, showing you a few different things. But this is mainly what I'm excited about right now, is being able to sculpt on Joan of Arc, getting her done life-size. We've cast the smaller version, and of course here's the smaller version. It is about 27 inches tall. Of course, she is cut up in different pieces because we've cast her, and she is now available in bronze. We put a beautiful silver nitrate patina on her, and there she is. I always take the clays back so that I can compare them to the original pieces and the ones that I'm sculpting life-size. Let me just, for a fun treat, take you out here and show you the version that we did cast Joan of Arc in. This is walking out to our Lisa's Tipi. This is where she does her awesome Tipi retreats. And there it is our magnificent Tipi. It's been so fun having that here on our property. Got a little hot tub there, but she guides people out here at night, and we just follow the sacred trail out here to the Tipi, and there it is. This is where people find their very safe spot to be able to share things that they're working on and stuff. And I'm so proud of Lisa and all of the incredible things that she's doing with her Tipi retreat. But she wanted specifically to have Joan of Arc. She wanted to have Joan of Arc out here as a reminder for the ladies when they come into the Tipi, what she was about, the courage and Joan of Arc and what she represented. And so I feel very, very honored to be able to have this #1 copy of our beloved Joan of Arc. You can see right there, there is #1. So she is to remind people that, yep, it takes a whole heck of a lot of courage and a lot of faith and a lot of other things in order to accomplish your goals and to lead the way, strike forth, go forward. But when you do that and you have the faith to do it, amazing things can happen. So just a little peek in the Tipi here. I'll undo that just quickly and let you see inside this very, very sacred space that Lisa does her Tipi retreats in. There it is. And hopefully someday you'll enjoy being with her in one of her untethered retreats. I love that. And then also when you come here for her untethered retreats, you're able to stay here on our property and enjoy our the things that we provide for you. I love cooking salmon for you, and the cedar plank salmon. And here's one of the respites for people to enjoy while they're here. So anyway, here we are, and fun to show you just a few things